Can you tell us a little bit about the exhibition you show here in the Art Cologne?
Who is going to be first? Okay. Yes, I can tell you something about the exhibition. It is because Art Cologne is 50 years of anniversary. So something special has to be done. And because Holland, Belgium and Germany are from the 60s on are working together very well in an artistic way. Daniel Huck invited us like, come on, we're doing a show about this. And that was actually the first little thing that grew out to this exhibition. And we started with first decades, every 10 years. We wanted to present an important, for us important, but also historically important, artist from Germany, Belgium and the Netherlands. And so you can see over here 4, 5 decades and 1 extra decade of artists. And why do we create it the 6th decade or the 6th position? Because we wanted to end at the future and not at the end.
Of course, if you have to cover, it are 50 fantastic years of art history and contemporary art. So of course it's always difficult to give it a basic structure, and instead of showing a lot or some from each year one artwork or one artist and then end up with limited space, small works, it was, I think, very good that we came to the conclusion we do less artists, we have to decide. We make it a smaller choice of artworks and artists, but then also more monumental works that we thought was very important.
It is a very, you see the work, it is a lot of work you did here. How long do you have? And how do you work together with the galleries or so?
Yeah. I think we definitely have to thank all the artists and the gallerists, because they have really put in a lot of energy and time and also money, that all the works could be here in time, that they were properly installed. As I said, it are monumental works, so just like the Peter Buggenhout, to lift it and to get it here on the spot, it's quite intensive. We started to work together on this project in February. So it's quite time limited.
Tense.
Very tense.
Tense.
In the end we were very pleased. Of course it always gets, there are moments that not a lot happens, but when first the artists are decided, then the works, then we look at the people, the gallerists that can bring the works. Logistically it's a quite complicated scheme, but it worked out.
Yeah, it's very complicated because there are not only 18 different artists, but also 18 different galleries, even more, because sometimes, like Joëlle Tuerlinckx, she's represented by at least 2 galleries. So all the negotiation took actually a lot of time. And then, when everything came together, we had only 1 day to install.
Oh my God.
That's true, yes.
Yes.
And
Tuesday. Tuesday it was crazy, but it went well in the end, yes.
Not Monday, Tuesday was the hard day.
Yeah.
And how you make the selection?
We did
it together, and it's interesting because we spontaneously often thought about the same artist for the same decade.
But because we have already our roots in art history,
yes,
and we have galleries. I still have a gallery, and Stella Lohaus had a gallery for many, many, many years. So we are in the world, let's say, in the art world, very well introduced or rooted, and so we could also base it on our experience.
Yes.
That's actually because we have experience.
Yes.
We could make also these choices. And of course we wanted to focus on, in the beginning, historically important artists like Joseph Beuys. I think for whole Europe or for the whole world, it's an icon. And for me also personally very important to begin there. I mean, I don't know where it ends. The future is uncertain, and that's also giving a very nice perspective. But for me, Beuys was never a question.
No.
And then, of course, it's very nice to see how Broodthaers is also matching in it as a kind of hero for me from the past. And also Stanley Brouwn. The Stanley Brouwn is maybe a little bit less well known in the Netherlands, although he's from Holland, but he's very well known in Belgium and in Germany. So that makes also the triangle between the three countries important. Give kind of.
What do you think is the important relationship between Belgium, Netherlands, and Germany?
I think first if I listen to the stories of my mother, for example, it's only in the 60s that there were the first autobahn and the first highways. So it was really a big trip then to visit, and it was already the first important city to go out of the country from Antwerp. Then you went to Eindhoven, to Van Abbe, to Stedelijk, Den Haag, also Krefeld, Mönchengladbach, Düsseldorf. So for the cultural group that was active in that period, it was a very limited square kilometers that many things happened. And I think, the world has always become bigger. And then instead of Rhineland, it was more maybe later in Berlin, etc. But the activity really started there, yes. And it is also in that context that Beuys and Broodthaers and Panamarenko, that they also met each other physically, yes. So,
So the connection, the starting point, the connection between the artists who are living in these different cities were very strong. So that gave us a very nice starting point to think. And even you can say, okay, now maybe the triangle is Hong Kong, Miami.
Yeah, it's totally different
Europe.
now, yes.
It's different.
Yes.
But then it was so nice and concrete and compact, you can say. Yeah, so that gave us a very nice starting point.
Yes, exactly.
Do you have one piece you like very much? Or I know all the pieces are great, but do you have something you say, oh, I'm so happy that it is here, that I can show this?
I'm really proud of many of the works. I find it difficult, but I'm really again amazed how Joëlle Tuerlinckx, who was here herself to install it, she had many more works with her, and then she looked around and she said, I'm just going to show this, and I show that, and I find it a really very pure installation. But of course also with the younger generation, I'm very proud that we can show them, and that it's important to show female artists. And I think now we almost arrive at your favorite work.
Yes, for us it was also important to end and have a look in the future with female artists. You can also see it that, I mean, in the 60s the guys were very important, and then slowly you see also the women, the influence of the women. But I'm very proud that the younger generation, like the Dutch artist Melanie Bonajo, but also Sine Van Menxel from Belgium and Nora Schultz from Germany, really made a new piece. And a new film came out by Melanie Bonajo, and she made it especially for this show. So the whole installation is really, I mean, they worked for us. They made something they also noticed or thought it was really important to do it for this fair, for this show, for this moment. We loved working together.
Yes, exactly.
And although we had, we are two different persons, two different countries, and the working together was very profitable in a way.
Yes.
Nicely profitable.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank
Take
you.
time.
Yes.
Thank you.